Hello and welcome back to my playthrough of Warcraft 3. Today we're going to be starting the last campaign of Reign of Chaos, the Night Elf campaign, Eternity's End. I actually, I used to think that these eyes in the background were demons or undead, but I think they're probably other Night Elves. Mostly just because I don't imagine demons having blue eyes or hiding inside like the top of a tree. But anyway, Chapter 1, Enemies at the Gate. With the heroic sacrifice of Grom Hillscream, the Pit Lord Manaroth was slain, and the demon curse that had plagued the orcs was put to an end. However, the combined human and orc forces have moved deeper into Ashenvale Forest to ascertain whether a demonic threat still lingers in the land. Taronta Whisperwind, the leader of the Night Elf Sentinels, believes that the Outlanders will bring only doom to her enchanted homeland.
Pardon, Priestess, but you've been staring out across Ashenvale for hours.
I sense something dark stirring within the forest, Chandris. It feels as if it's heading this way.
The Greenskins who killed Cenarius?
Perhaps. Perhaps something more.
Put your backs into it! Jaina and the Orc War Chief expect this base to be built swiftly.
We shouldn't even be here! Or siding with the Orcs.
We're here to hunt the remaining demons, human. You're lucky our goals are the same.
All right, you men. Mind your business. Back to work.
So, these orcs and humans presume to run rampant through our lands? They will regret ever stepping foot into Ashenvale. We will establish a base and deal with these Outlanders as they deserve. Someone threatens the wilds?
So this is just the Night Elf base building tutorial
the tree
mission.
of life is the heart of our Night Elf villages.
It's pretty
Use
simple.
the tree's ability to entangle the gold mine. After entangling the mine, send wisps in to extract gold. By Elune. Immediately. By Elune. Ashrathoraman. Wisps are friendly spirits that harvest gold and lumber for our villages. They also create the structures that allow us to train more warriors. The goddess calls. So be it. By Elune. As the goddess wills.
We are preparing to leave this place, priestess. There is a terrible evil corrupting these lands, and I will not allow it to consume my people. Unfortunately, we cannot leave until the rest of our tribe has been accounted for.
Do not fear, Old One. I will find your tribesmen and lead them back to you.
Thank you, priestess. We will reward you when you return.
In the name of Cenarius! As the goddess wills. Ashrathoraman. So be it.
So there's like 11
the
furbogs
goddess
on
wills.
this map. There's like one extra one.
By Elune. Immediately. The moon wells are the source of our nourishment and strength. You can build additional moon wells to nourish more troops. The goddess calls. So be it. By Elune. As the goddess wills. By Elune. As the goddess wills. So be it. As the goddess wills. So be it. Ashrathoraman. Immediately. By Elun. So be it.
There's not much to this map other
As
than
the goddess
completing the side
wills.
quest.
By Elun.
Also, for some reason, there's a bunch of gold mines.
Immediately.
In case for some reason
As the
you
goddess wills.
need the gold, even
Train
though
more troops. Construct an ancient of war.
all you really do on this map is build a bunch of
Our
archers.
warriors have engaged the enemy. More lumber is required.
The goddess calls. I heed the voice of Elun. Immediately.
Your building is complete.
Someone threatens the wilds. By Elun. Immediately. As the goddess wills. Anudora! Ashrathoraman. Point the way. Someone threatens the wild.
On your mark. Sing. Waiting on you. On your mark. Done. All too easy.
There's a fountain of health there
Ashrathoraman.
for your
By
convenience.
Elun. Immediately. By Elun. As the goddess wills. In the name of Cenarius. Anudora!
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Point the way.
Someone threatens the wild.
Your building is complete.
In the name of Cenarius. Ashrathoraman. Hinduli Rapad. I heed the voice of Elun. Immediately. So be it. By Elun. The goddess calls. Immediately. As the goddess wills. By Elun. So be it. In the name of Cenarius. Ashrathoraman.
Your building is
Hinduli
complete.
Rapad. The goddess calls.
Point the way.
Ashrathoraman.
Your move. I stand ready. Waiting on you.
The goddess calls.
On your mark. Done.
Someone threatens the wild.
And you can either get Searing Arrows or True Shot Aura, but True Shot Aura, I believe, gives more damage overall than Searing Arrows.
I stand. Point the way. All too easy. Done. All too easy. I'll give it a shot. One shot, one kill. Waiting on you. Your move. Done. All too easy. Done. Say no more. Done. All too easy. Fair enough. Done. All too easy. Say no more. Done. All too easy.
We can't build there.
Point the way.
Ashrathoraman.
While it's nighttime, head over here.
Waiting on you.
I heed the voice of Elun. Immediately. By Elun. So be it. Bandu Thoribas mortals, you will pay for defiling these lands. Anudora!
On your mark. Your move. Waiting on you. Your all move. Too easy.
Someone threatens the wilds.
Waiting on you.
Do this at nighttime so that
I heed the voice of Elun. O Kalimdor!
you can Shadow Melt to avoid the enemy.
Your building is complete.
As the goddess wills. Immediately.
Your building
As the
is
goddess
complete.
wills. By Elun. So be it. Anudora! In the name of Cenarius! Induli Refa. Immediately. By Elun. Immediately. By Elun.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Point the way. Say no more. Done. Fair enough. Done. Your move. Point the way. Waiting on you. All too easy. Done. Fair enough. Done. I'll give it a shot.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
I stand ready. Point the way. All too easy. Your move. Fair enough.
Someone threatens the wild.
Waiting on you. Fire. Point the way. Done. Fair enough. On your mark. Say no more. Point the way.
I heed the voice of Elun. So be it.
Your move. On your mark.
Treant may not root there.
Waiting on you.
Someone threatens the wilds, as the goddess wills. Immediately. Anudora! As the goddess wills. By Elun. The goddess wills.
And the 11th one is here.
Immediately. As the goddess
Or I
wills.
guess 11th and 12th.
Immediately. By Elun. So be it. As the goddess wills.
I stand ready. Your move. Point the way. All too easy.
Ashrathoraman. By Elun. So be it. By Elun.
Many thanks, priestess. Now we can evacuate the village. Please accept the aid of our champion. He will protect your life with his own.
Your offer is a generous one. May Elun light your path to safety.
So now you actually get some units that can tank up front.
Someone threatens the wilds? So be it, as the goddess wills. I heed the voice of Elun. So
I
be it.
stand ready. Waiting on you. Done. Fair enough. On your mark. Say no more.
Someone threatens the wilds? By Elun. Immediately. By Elun. So be it. By Elun. As the
Your
goddess
building
wills.
is complete.
For Kalimdor! Hinduli Rathal.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Point the way. Fair enough. Done.
I heed the voice of Elune.
Your move. Fair enough.
So the reason why we go to all this trouble to destroy this tent is you get a circlet of nobility. Which is actually a pretty good item.
Our warriors
probably
have
the only-
engaged the enemy.
The only good one. At this stage, other than maybe the healing wards.
By Elune,
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
as the goddess wills.
On your mark.
Ashrathoraman.
Point the way. Done. Cry havoc. Your move. Point the way.
I heed the voice of Elune.
Waiting on you. Your move. All too easy. On your mark.
Try and hide low health units. Well, archers at least.
Waiting on you. On your mark.
Someone opens the line. Anudora! I heed the voice of Elune.
Your move. On your mark. All too easy. Waiting on you. On your mark. Your move.
Someone threatens the wild.
On your mark. Say no more. Done. Point the way.
I heed the voice of Elune.
On your mark. All too easy.
My cat's going a little crazy.
Your move. Done. On your mark. Fair enough.
The goddess calls. By Elune.
Waiting on you. All too easy. I stand ready. Your move. On your mark.
I heed the voice of
Your
Elune.
move. Waiting on you.
Ashrathoraman. So be it. As the goddess wills.
Point the way. Point the way. Waiting on you.
The goddess calls.
Point the way. On your mark. Point the way.
Someone threatens the wild. I heed the
Waiting
voice
on
of
you.
Elune.
One shot. One move.
Someone threatens the wild.
Waiting on you. On your mark. Point the way. Your move.
The goddess calls. Ashrathoraman. The goddess calls.
The paladin is annoying to kill, but he'll go down eventually.
Waiting on you. Your move. Point the way. I'll give it a shot. On your mark. Waiting on
Someone
you.
threatens the wild.
Point the way. Waiting on
Ashrathoraman.
you.
Pandaren in the background.
It's the undead! Defend yourselves!
Sup, guys?
They must have followed us from Lordaeron.
Come see us.
The dead advance in waves.
Quickly, my sisters. Back to the trees. We are no match for a force this vast.
Chapter 2, Daughters of the Moon. 3 hours later, somewhere in the foothills of Mount Hyjal. I guess they've been running away for 3 hours. Never thought about that.
The undead are tireless. There's no way to outrun them.
You see, Lord Archimonde, we need not fear the Night Elves. The Scourge can...
Archimonde, after 10,000 years, how is it possible?
The Legion has returned to consume this world, woman. And this time, your troublesome race will not stop us.
I wonder where she went.
Fools! Let her slip away! Find her, damn you! Find her and kill her.
The day we have...
Oh, she was there the whole time.
The Burning Legion has returned. I must cross the river and warn the rest of my sisters before all is lost. So be it.
So
As
this
the
is
goddess
a
wills.
stealth mission.
By Elune. Immediately.
These damn Night Elves cannot escape us. Lord Archimonde wants them found.
The main annoyance is that if the Doom Guards catch you, they'll cast Cripple and force you to move at a
So be
snail's
it.
pace.
I must avoid being seen.
So, using the I
Lord
hotkey
Archimonde wishes us to corrupt this forest, and we shall.
helps a lot.
So be it. Immediately. So be
And
it.
there's also a lot of items to find.
As the goddess wills. Immediately.
So, fun facts that a lot of people don't seem to realize when playing this
So
mission
be it.
is that, ordinarily Shadow Meld takes 1 second from when you start to
So
Shadow
be it.
Meld
As the goddess
to
Immediately.
when you actually become invisible.
wills. Okalamdor.
In
So
this
be it.
mission,
Immediately.
it actually takes only
Elune.
0.1
As the
seconds.
goddess wills. Immediately.
So that gives the impression
So be it.
that Shadow Meld is,
As the goddess wills.
I guess, better than it really is.
Immediately. As the goddess
You can free
wills.
this Furbog,
Immediately. So be it.
and he'll distract the Doom Guard for you.
Immediately.
You can actually kill the Doom Guard and save the Furbog if you use a healing ward and a scroll of healing.
By Elune. Immediately. By Elune. So be it.
So as you can see, I would not be able to do this if this were
By
the
Elune.
standard Shadow
As the
Meld.
goddess wills. Anudora! Immediately.
There's a Druid
By
pouch
Elune.
here.
As the goddess wills.
It gives 1 intelligence. I would not recommend
I heed
picking
the
it
voice
up,
of Elune.
but I just wanted to show that it's here.
By Elune. Immediately. As the goddess wills.
But yeah, you can do some stuff like
By Elune. As the goddess wills. So be it.
just running and then
Immediately. As the goddess wills.
shadow melding and then immediately running again. That you would not be able to do
Okalamdor.
with regular shadow meld.
So be it.
Aluna Dore, priestess. We are yours to command.
Anudora!
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
On your mark.
There's a footman in these tents that you can kill
The goddess calls.
if you're
Foul
feeling
humans.
mean.
You cannot evade the goddess's wrath. Okalamdor. So be it. Clearly the humans have no love for the undead, but I dare not trust them. I heed the voice of the Lord. By Elune. Immediately. By Elune.
So be it. The orcs appear to be guarding some magical treasure. It might prove useful to me.
And just waltz past this battle to pick up that mantle of intelligence.
So be it. I heed the voice of Elune. I Elune. As the goddess wills.
Waiting on you. Fair enough.
Someone threatens the wild. By Elune. The goddess calls. As the goddess wills. Anudora! By Elune. Immediately.
Alun Adore, priestess. Be wary. The Doomguards command shades that can see us, even when we meld with the shadows. We'd best stay away from them.
So be it. In the name of Cenarius! Immediately.
So they want you to stay away from the shades,
be
but
it.
actually the
Immediately.
better solution is killing the shades.
So be it. Ashrathoraman. I heed the voice of Elune. Immediately. As the goddess wills. By Elune.
Silly night elf. You cannot hide from us.
Yes we can.
Induli Rethat.
There's the scroll of healing if you need it.
As the goddess wills. Immediately. So be it.
These Doomguards will not cast Cripple on Tyrande,
As the goddess wills.
but they will do so on your
Immediately.
archers. There's also a Ring of Protection +2 there if you need it.
As the goddess wills. Immediately. As the goddess wills. Immediately.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Your shadow powers will not hide you from our sight.
So be it. By Elune. Someone threatens the wilds? Anudora! Immediately. I heed the voice of Elune. By
Inventory
Elune.
is full. I am sworn to avenge. As the goddess wills.
Someone threatens the wild? As the goddess wills.
You were...
Immediately.
I think that must be a recent bug.
Ashrathoraman.
You're not supposed to be able to destroy those
As
spikes.
the goddess wills.
And be careful, there's a shade here that isn't immediately
goddess
shown by
calls.
your
Our warriors
the
have
pre-placed
engaged the enemy.
sentinels.
Immediately. By Elune. Immediately.
Ambush! Run for your lives! We'll regroup in the clearing ahead!
Ashrathoraman. The goddess calls. As the goddess wills. Someone threatens the wild? Immediately. In the name of Cenarius!
On your mark. Waiting on you.
I heed the voice of Elune.
These footmen will attack this Doomguard, and
In position.
it's a good idea to help them kill it, because this Doomguard will drop a Tome of Strength.
The goddess calls. So be it.
I am sworn to avenge.
Your move. All too easy. Same as
I heed the voice of Elune. By Elune.
Fondu doth Valore.
Ishnu Allah, sisters. It is I, Tyrande. Someone threatens the wilds? As the goddess wills. So be it. I heed the voice of Elune.
Standing guard.
Ashrathoraman.
Waiting on you. All too easy.
The goddess calls. Immediately.
As the goddess wills. So be it. By Elune. As the goddess wills. Immediately. So be it. Ah, these abandoned ballistas will help me break through the undead fortifications.
Point the way. Done. Your move. Fair enough.
I heed the voice of Elune.
Point the way.
Ashrathoraman. Someone
Point the
threatens the
way.
wild.
Done.
I heed the voice of Elune.
And as, I think most people who are familiar with Warcraft 3 probably already know this, but, there's a Hydralisk from StarCraft, hiding up here.
Ashrathoraman. The goddess calls.
And he does a ton of damage.
Someone threatens the wild.
Your move.
Ashrathoraman.
On your mark.
The goddess calls. As the goddess wills. By Elune.
You'll find more forces up here. If you don't want to go through the undead base, you can use your ballistas to take down these trees, go through this pathway, and eventually you'll circumvent the undead base and reach your objective down here.
Point the way.
I heed the voice of Elune.
Your move.
The goddess calls.
But I'll be showing how you
So be it.
take down the undead base.
Immediately.
Waiting on you.
Make it fast.
Someone threatens the wild.
Get True Shot Hour at level 2.
Your move.
The goddess
On your
calls.
mark. Point the way.
Someone threatens
Your
the wild.
move. Fair enough.
The goddess calls.
Point the way. On your mark.
In
Say no
position.
more.
Standing guard.
All too easy.
Make it fast.
I heed the voice of Elune. Someone threatens the wild. The goddess
On your
calls.
mark.
Someone threatens the wild.
Point the way. Your
Ashrathoraman.
move.
I am
Someone
sorry.
threatens the wild. Ashrathoraman. I heed the
Point the
voice of
way.
Elune. The goddess calls.
On your mark.
Someone threatens the wild.
One shot. One shot.
Ashrathoraman.
Your move.
The goddess calls.
Point the way.
In position. Speak your mind.
Someone threatens the wild.
I am sorry.
Ashrathoraman. The goddess calls. I heed the voice of Elune.
Make it fast.
Someone threatens the wild.
Speak your
The
mind.
goddess calls. So be it.
I am sworn. Absolutely.
I heed the voice of Elune. By
As long
Elune,
as you stay out of range of the
as the
towers,
goddess wills. Immediately.
you'll
We
be able
must
to
reach
do
the
it.
river before the dawn
You'll be able to
breaks.
destroy the base just fine.
I cannot remain hidden during the day.
Go down here, though, for a Mana Stone
So be
and
it.
the Manual of Health.
Immediately.
You can't use Shadow Meld because
As the
there's a
goddess
shade
wills. By Elun.
right there.
So be it. Ashra Thoraman. The goddess calls. As the goddess wills.
The Mana Stone isn't very useful for Tyrande, but it will be useful a couple missions from now.
I heed the voice
Waiting on you.
Standing guard.
The goddess calls.
In position. As the goddess
Walk
wills.
away. I heed the voice of Elun.
Make it fast.
Ashra Thoraman.
On your mark.
So be it. I heed the voice of Elun.
Just to point out, there's another shade here.
Someone opens the wall.
Be careful of that if you're trying to Shadow Meld units nearby.
The goddess calls. I heed the voice of Elun. The goddess calls. I heed the voice of Elun. As the goddess wills. Someone opens the wall. I heed the voice of Elun. Ashra Thoram, dawn has come.
And you're
I
through.
can no longer rely upon Elun's power to keep me hidden.
Tyrande, praise Elun you've made it. The undead appeared out of nowhere and attacked our village without warning.
Ishnudaldieb Chandris, we have a greater problem. The undead were sent here by the Burning Legion, our ancient enemies of old. Against such might, we have only one option. We must awaken the druids.
And the Hydralisk is there to party. Too bad there aren't more Zerg to help us. Chapter 3, The Awakening of Stormrage. The next day, near the outskirts of the Sacred Moonglade.
With Sonarius dead, it falls to us to awaken the druids. We must recover the demigod's horn from the sacred Moonglade Isle. Only its clarion call can awaken the druids from their slumber.
But, Priestess, the orcs have established a crude settlement upon the isle. We'll need to fight.
I wouldn't call it crude.
Sonarius's horn.
Priestess Tyrande, thank Elun we found you. The undead are advancing upon the nearby barrow dens. The dens seem abandoned, but
There is one druid sleeping within them, sister. Furion Stormrage. He is the wisest and most powerful of all the druids. He must be warned that the Legion has returned.
then we'd better hurry. If the undead overtake his den before he's awake,
Let us make haste, my sisters. All our hopes rest on Furion's awakening.
So this is
I heed the voice of Elun.
one of the hardest missions in Reign of Chaos on
By
hard,
Elun.
just because the undead will take down the
By Elun. Immediately.
take down the trees protecting
By
Furion
Elun.
very quickly. You have about 17 minutes to do this
The
mission.
goddess calls. Induli Retha.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
So to that end, it's critical that you expand to this location as soon as possible so that you have as much money as possible.
In the name of Cenarius.
More lumber is required.
The goddess calls. By Elune. As the goddess wills.
Are we being invaded?
Triads are your new unit, and they're very good.
Immediately. So be it. Immediately. Someone threatens the wilds.
Is there trouble? In
The
position.
goddess calls.
And I prefer to just sell the boots of speed to get a bit of boost of gold.
The goddess calls. By Elune. As the goddess wills. Immediately. By Elune.
Strike fast! Ensnare them all before they regroup.
I heed the voice of Elune.
Make it fast. I shall not fear.
Ashrathoraman.
Standing guard.
The goddess calls. Immediately. As the goddess wills. Immediately. So be it. As the goddess wills. So be it. Someone threatens the wilds. I heed the voice of Elune. The goddess calls. As the goddess wills.
Your building is complete. Research finished. Speak your mind.
It may look like there's nothing here.
Ashrathoraman.
But if you make your way through these trees,
I heed the voice of Elune.
Hi!
Someone threatens the wilds. So be it. As the goddess wills.
you'll find some ghosts that spawn.
Your building is complete. Research finished.
The goddess calls. By
And you'll get a scroll of resurrection, which you can use on this mission, and will be very helpful for having enough units after you destroy the orc base to continue on to the Moonglade Isle. Another thing you can do is to walk a Tree of Life all the way up to here, and use a Scroll of Town portal to teleport over to here. And you can kill the ghouls, but that can extend your time, but it's not really...
For what ye throw!
It's not really an intended...
Gladly.
I heed the voice of Elune.
Research finished.
an intended way to play the mission. But you can find other videos on YouTube of people doing that.
What is nature's call?
The goddess calls.
We can't build there. We can't build there. I am sworn
Are
to
we being
avenge.
invaded?
Your building is complete. Your building is complete.
Ashrathoraman.
I dropped off the mana stone here so I could have
Research finished.
room for the scroll of resurrection.
Research finished.
Your building is complete.
Hi! I'm game.
Your building is complete. More lumber is required.
Ah, the great outdoors.
Your building is complete.
And you'll want a force of dryads,
Are we
huntresses,
being
For
invaded?
the trees.
and some glaive, well, ballista, to get through the orc base.
Ah, the great
is
outdoors.
nature's
I'm
call?
game.
Goddess, light my path.
Absolutely. Ah, the great outdoors. Making trails.
And since dryads actually cost a fair amount of lumber as well as ballista, you may want to add on more lumber wisps than usual.
Ah, the great
Your
outdoors.
building is complete. Your building is complete.
Is there trouble?
I'm game. What is nature's call? Ah, the great
trouble?
outdoors.
Are we being invaded?
And unlike usual, don't be
Goddess
afraid to
calls.
go into high upkeep.
Ah, the great
Someone
outdoors.
enters the wild.
Is there trouble?
Our warriors
I
have
heed the voice
engaged
of
the
the
enemy.
Hi! What is nature's call? Ah, the great outdoors.
Speak your mind.
What is nature's call?
The goddess calls.
Goddess,
Hi!
light my path.
Is there
Ah,
trouble?
the great outdoors.
Someone threatens the wild.
Make it fast.
Ashrathoraman. As the goddess wills.
Hi! What is nature's call?
Speak your mind.
Is there trouble?
Ah, the great outdoors.
My wait is over.
Hi!
The goddess calls.
What is nature's call?
Someone
there
threatens the
trouble?
wilds. Ashrathoraman.
Goddess, light my path.
Immediately.
What is nature's call?
The goddess calls. Someone threatens the wilds. So be it.
Point the way.
The goddess calls.
Are we being invaded?
Ashrathoraman.
Immediately.
What is nature's call? I, priestess, the undead draw near the Barrow Den. Shondo Stormrage will be defenseless. Is there trouble?
Someone threatens the line.
Hi! For the
You can use abolish magic to dispel mirror images,
Gladly.
as well as stasis wards,
I'm game. For the
but you'll have to manually cast it.
For Kalamor! Is there trouble? Hi! Gladly. What is nature's call? Are we being invaded?
Make sure you replace any units that you lose.
Goddess.
Is there trouble?
And I like to get Searing Arrow now.
Hi!
You don't really need the better Owl Scout.
The goddess.
Is there trouble? I'm game. For the tree. Making trade.
Someone threatens the wild. By Elena. So be it.
I am sworn to avenge.
I'm not.
Absolutely.
I heed the voice of Elena.
Are we being invaded?
The goddess calls.
Make it what is our warriors
These
have engaged.
elves are stronger than we thought.
Hi! Making trade. Standing guard. My weight has been. What is nature's call?
I heed the voice of Elena. As the goddess wills.
In position. I am sworn to avenge.
Someone threatens the wild.
Hi!
I think I only resurrected one unit with the Scroll of Resurrection, unfortunately.
What is warriors have engaged the enemy. For the tree. In position. Is there trouble? Hi! Is there trouble? Making trade. Speak your mind. What is nature's call? Gladly.
The goddess calls.
Hi! Making trails.
Ashrathoraman. So be it. By Elena. So be it. Anudora!
I am sworn.
Just keep sending your units back to the Fountain of
What is
Health,
nature's
and then
call?
once they're at full HP, bring them back.
Goddess, light my path. Are we being invaded?
The goddess calls. Ashrathoraman. Immediately. As the goddess wills.
Hi! What is nature's call? Hi! For the trees.
The goddess calls.
You'll find some healing wards here.
Immediately. As the goddess wills.
Make it fast.
I heed the voice of Eluna.
I am sworn to
Someone
avenge.
threatens the wild.
And you don't need to,
Hi!
you don't need to fully finish off the Orc base before, moving on. Just take it down enough so that,
Is
As
there
the
trouble?
goddess wills.
Gladly.
just take it down enough so that,
Ashrathoraman.
Are we being invaded? Is
it
there
no
trouble?
longer poses a threat.
Are we being invaded? Priestess, the undead have nearly reached the Barrow Den. You must hurry and recover the horn. Are we being invaded? As the goddess. What is nature's call?
The goddess calls.
Are we being invaded?
Again, you'll have to manually
Making
dispel
The goddess
sleep.
calls.
For the trees.
I heed
Are
the
we being
voice of
invaded?
Eluna. By
Hi.
Eluna.
These items are supposed to be held by the,
Are we
The
being
goddess
invaded?
calls. Immediately.
Speak your mind.
As the goddess wills.
these items are supposed to be held by each of the,
I am sworn to avenge.
Primal
I heed the
Guardians,
voice of Eluna.
but due to a bug, the Primal Guardians don't have a, inventory.
As the goddess wills.
Our warriors have engaged standing guard. Speak your mind. Is there trouble? Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. Are we being invaded? I'm game. Making trails. Is there trouble? For the tree. Making high. Are we being invaded? For the truth of trouble?
I am sworn.
Absolutely. I walk in shadow.
The goddess.
Speak your mind. What is nature's call? Making trails.
I give the word.
Hi! Are we being invaded?
So if you don't have
What is
any,
nature's call?
Ashrathoraman.
if you don't have any issues with it, you could pick up these items. But I won't pick them up since you're not supposed to be able to have them at all.
At last, the horn of Cenarius. Now we can awaken Furion.
The horn has sounded, and I have come, as promised. I smell the stench of decay and corruption in our land. That angers me greatly.
That makes me
Come
mad.
forth, you defenders of old. Crush these invaders, as you did in ages past.
No, treants are not actually that strong. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this episode. As you can see, yeah, about 17 minutes. And that includes cutscenes. If you're having trouble with that mission, I recommend saving. And making sure you attack the orc base no later than 40 trees remaining. And getting to the isle no later than about 17 trees remaining. And as long as you still have enough, as long as you keep your forces alive, you should be good. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks. Bye.